Greetings, tubulators and tubulons. It is I again, whoever I want to be today. Such to pick for. Anyway, I do have a mail call from mine and everybody's wonderful friend and brother, txsviking. Mr. Terry saw fit to send me some parts. Lovely. I hope you can see this. He sent me 3 clips for my garand. They look like brand new. They will come in handy. I'll go to town, get me some more 30-aught Snixes, and I'll fill these up. They'll go in the closet too. Thank you very much, Mr. Terry. I love you. He's taken care of me in several different ways. Stickers and all sorts of stuff he's done for me, and showed me how you weld stuff in space and all of it. I don't understand it, but he does great. And he's got to know a lot more than just he knows about the way metals work together, and he knows metallurgy, chemistry, all sorts of stuff to do what he does, because it's not a normal man can't do that. So he's brilliant. So thank you, Terry. And I'll show you something else here. I got a box full of junk. This is another project to do. This is for a BM-59, which is after the war, the Garand worked so well in saving us. Beretta, them very skillful Italians, they bought a bunch of M1 Garands, and kind of like me, they decided to put a magazine underneath, because of the sticking these things through the top sometimes was a little bit hard to do. So they got a bunch of the Garands, and they cut them up and made them use a clip. And then therefore afterwards, directly, they started making the whole gun. But originally they started modifying the Garands. And there was tons of them they could buy cheap. So here I've got a barrel. They also changed the caliber from that 30-06 to NATO 308. So it doesn't kick as hard as a 30-06. It's probably easier to make or something. Anyway, they had their own ideas to make it a 308. So that's what they did here. Oh, and Germans learned, the Germans, and probably the Japanese, learned that whenever you heard the ching of this, that they could sneak their heads out of the foxhole and shoot back at the GIs, because when this kicks out, they're out of ammunition. So, and that got a lot of our boys hurt. But a couple savvy guys, probably thousands of them, figured out to keep one of these used ones and to line up on the foxholes or wherever they're shooting from and make one of these ching. And when the German would jump up, put his head up, they still had a loaded gun. They could just kind of, dot their eye with it. They were tricking them. So that worked both ways. So that was just one of them things. You learn any kind of advantage you can take on the battlefield is one to take, because it'll usually end up saving your life, or it might even save your enemy's life too. You can capture some of these boys. And BM-59s come with the tripod and some kind of muzzle brake, flash hider, underwear looking thing, and it's got a flip up sight. Of course, it's all in Italian for grenade launching. it'll launch a grenade that way, or you can throw it up and shoot a grenade at people that are naughty. And another thing I'm building, hopefully, is here's some hand guards for one. This needs to be filled up. This is a M14 stock. And it's got the little thingy here that you put against your shoulder. And it's very much kin to the Garand and the BM59. And I've got it filled up in the butt here, a little butt stop with all sorts of, with the cleaning kit and the oiling kit and stuff already in there that I got fixed up, so it's ready to go. But you got to put a bunch of stuff in the middle here that makes it spit stuff out the end. But hopefully, a few $100, $1,000 later, this will become a battle rifle. Again, when I researched these, I found out there was a place that had these that came from Vietnam. And this will be my Vietnam memorial rifle. It's already got the stamps and some of the other stuff that they had over there, the arsenal numbers. So I just got to pick out the right parts to make that into an authentic as I can piece of history for that. So I'm trying to cover all the years. Korea, I'll probably get a, if I can find one, if I can pay for one, a 30 carbine for the Korea, because that's where they kind of used them a lot. Well, they used them a lot in other ones too, but Korea is what I'm going for after I got the World War II done, and I'll get the Vietnam done. Of course, I got a M16A1 converted over to civilian for part of my Vietnam stuff. But these were early. The M14s was pretty early, and they ended up serving well. This is the clip. The magazine, sorry. Magazine for a BM59. They go right in this hole here when there's more to it. And to me, they're just a better invention than these. But these work very well. That's why we're not speaking Japanese or German. They work so well. So that's on its way to that. And a couple of these I've got still loaded with this stuff. There are tons of little tiny parts in here. And I have no clue where they go. But the best thing about it is, to me, is to figure out where they go. And I can get online and find out where they go. But the best part for me is to figure out how they work and what the little pieces do, without having somebody tell you, well, this goes first, this goes second. No. You can figure it out yourself. It's more of a prize. Makes you feel better. That's why I challenge myself with these strange cars, Volkswagens and British cars and stuff like that, because I like a challenge. I like to see if I can still think of stuff and do stuff. And challenge yourself only grows you better, unless you know if you're going forward or backwards mentally. And with my mental abilities, or lack thereof, it's good to find out where you're at, on a daily basis, because I wake up in a new world every day. So I want to thank txsviking again for the wonderful gift and gifts. And I love you all. Y'all take care of each other. It's going to be a wild weekend this weekend. Last weekend we had the world famous wagon races up in Clinton, Arkansas. They weren't named after the Clintons that we're thinking of. They're named way before they ever got made. But they have wagon races there. People come from all over the world to see, and it's a wild time, wild frontier day. And you stay out of town now on that weekend for sure. And then also that last weekend they had the big Volkswagen meet in Eureka Springs, and I didn't go to that either. But I kind of wanted to, but I didn't. Oh, excuse me. I didn't think that I had enough juice in me to go. So, but I'll get back on the mending list, and we'll be jizzing around here doing all sorts of stuff. And this weekend's going to be a wonderful weekend. I hope y'all get stuff done that you want to do. And I have a mind of making myself a root beer float. I also got one of them air poppers that we used to use back in the 70s. So I can pop some popcorn all over the house. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye to you. Goodbye to you. Get over here and hit this button. This is my old camera. I can hit the button kindly.